that actually might help that transition? So what do you practically do? Like, you know, how do you, what might you do in your training? Say, for example, you know, you've got athletes who are at that age who are physically different, and you can't apply the same training. So, you know, they wanted me to give examples. Well, how do you use your knowledge and you know, your practical knowledge of planning and working with an individual athlete, say with someone who might keep getting injured compared to someone who doesn't at that age group, and you're able to, you know, so I don't know, I'm just trying to find some sort of more practical example. So I thought, so I don't know whether you can, you know, think of how you might have done that with, say, you've got an example of an athlete who you had to sort of change the training to you know, get them through that transition.
It is a really interesting area, because these days, so many that you get to, like I've had 4 do World Juniors, the last 2 World Juniors, had 2 in each team. But out of that 4, 3 have gone to college in America.
Yeah.
And I think that's the new thing that's happening. You get them to a level, and then they don't really see a pathway here. One in particular I wanted to keep. He won he was a 400 runner, and because I work with Fort,
yes,
I sort of, you know, what I'll do is hand pass him to Fort. But between you and me, Fort's not really interested in coaching boys and didn't show enough interest. So this boy Sam Riser finished up going across to college in America.
Yeah.
And he's part of this dearth of 400 runners that we don't have anymore. And hasn't run a PB since he left. He's in his 3rd year. But anyway, I'm digressing. But
no, but just that is actually, because one of the other areas is, you know, I looked at what are the barriers to transitioning the juniors. So would you see that as a barrier rather than something that benefits them in that transition period?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I always had a negative view to them going to college. But then I started coaching Lyndon Hall after she came back. Yeah. And you know, you'd have to say it's worked. So, and then when I was over at London last year, and I looked around at the team for those World Championships, and there were quite a number that had gone to college in America. So I'm changing my view a bit. I have to say. And look, for everyone that makes it over there, there's plenty that don't. Lyndon came back with a PB of 410. And has run 401. You know, so it doesn't necessarily, but she came back as a terrific person. And,
so that's the other side of it, isn't it?
So I don't know what that tells me, but it is an interesting thing. I mean, if you have a look at the team, and probably I haven't gone through this Con Games one, but there'd be a heap of people who went to college in America, I'm sure.
Yeah, there is.
Which takes away a bit of that transition that we would normally do, you know, that probably did with Montram and Georgie to an extent, and various other ones. So I mean that's probably another study in itself, because that is something that's happening. But so talking about the guys that you did transition here, what, like, in terms of the training, how did you change things, like, because they were going from having to be I know they were really talented anyway, and they made the transition pretty quickly, obviously. Yeah, some were, but some weren't.
Yeah. Well, how would you... Sorry, how would you, like, how do you help the ones that are not so talented? I mean, they're talented. They made World Juniors, or they were talented juniors. They don't have to have gone to World Juniors, but you transitioned them through to be elite seniors. What sort of, are there any processes or any things particularly that you might have done differently to, the younger or the seniors?
I'm sort of looking at your questions that you sent,
Yeah.
You know, and I could go through a number of occasions that I had with Craig, one being at the Com Games. They cancelled the heat of the 5K.
Yep.
And made it a straight final, so he didn't race until the last day.
Yep.
Of the championships, and he just deteriorated. He disintegrated day by day.
Yep.
And you see those sort of things happen with I mean, he was already a senior by then. I guess he was probably 2021.
Yeah, but he's still in that transition phase. Yeah.
Very inexperienced. Yeah. And they were skills that you know he had to learn.
Yeah.
And he did become a tough competitor. I mean, I think you could well argue that he was the first white man who stood on the line with the Africans and believed he could win. And that was, you know, probably not something that was taught, but something that he gained with the arrogance that he had, sort of, and that was probably built up more by Biddo, I think, than by me.
Yeah, but
it's a thing of over a period of time, I reckon, when they're training and they get more confident because they see their improvement. So one of the things I'm saying is you perhaps need a test training session that you do every now and again. And if they see that they've improved at it, they gain a lot of confidence from it. Okay. And it's something I've done with Lyndon that I did with Jamo.
Yep.
And they're great mates. But we had a training session that, believe it or not, goes back to a mutual head coach of years ago.
Yeah.
Which was 2 4s, 3 3s, 4 2s, all with 3 minutes between. Jamo and I developed it by adding a K to it beforehand. And I have given Lyndon that training session with the times that Jamo did. And it was a massive breakthrough then, because she saw that she could run it as fast as Sarah did 4 weeks before she broke the Australian record. Okay. And that, you know, playing with things like that, my point is that if you can prove to them, if you can give them something that proves to them the level they're at, I think that's when you get belief that enables them to deliver something they haven't done before.
Okay, so that's a good way of looking at it. So to develop that psychological skill of having the confidence or coping with the pressure, they've done it physically. So it's coming from
funnily enough, we were talking about it last night about Jamo, how we battled away with her I knew how good she was. Yeah. But getting her to compete at that the highest sort of level, she tended to look at times and think, I'm about 8th or 10th best. So she'd go into a Diamond League or whatever it was called at the time. And that's where she'd start off and that's where she'd finish. And it wasn't until we got some of those track sessions that showed she had improved and she started to believe it. So I think that's one thing that you've got to do. And it's different for everybody. But having said that, I'm talking about 2. Yeah. But I was lucky enough to have coached Jamo and knew what she had done, was able to make the comparison.
Yeah. And do you...
I'm sure that psychological skill that they have to develop. There are probably lots of different ways of doing it.
But what you're saying is you need to create that opportunity for them to develop that through their actual physical training, as opposed to because a lot of the coaches really talked about they had no time for sports psychology. So, you know, obviously the psychological aspects of training or dealing with, especially that transition, moving from that, you know, elite junior to elite senior.